Welcome back, Holistic Soul Sisters. It's me, Mandy Rose, your holistic health coach, spiritual mentor, and astrologer. Today's video, we are going to dive into the new moon in Aquarius. This is going to be a beautiful new moon because it's going to propel us forward on our journey. I think we've all been really excited for this new year, but still we felt stuck and things weren't quite moving as fast as we would like towards our goals. But now this new moon is going to clear a path and allow us to propel forward. So let's dive into everything about this new moon in Aquarius. So let's start with the basics. This new moon is happening on February 1st at 12:46 Eastern Standard Time. So you're going to want to adjust that for your time zone. And it's happening at 12 degrees of Aquarius. So that means that the sun and the moon are both conjunct in the zodiac sign of Aquarius at the 12-degree mark. Now here's a fun fact. The last 4 new moons have all occurred at 12 degrees. The last one being at 12 degrees of Capricorn, the one before that at 12 degrees of Sagittarius, the one before that at 12 degrees of Scorpio, and the one before that which was at 12 degrees of Libra. And also the next new moon we're having in Pisces in the month of March will also be at 12 degrees. So totally insane. The other thing to note is the date, February 1st, 2022, all 2s and 1s at 12 degrees, also a 2 and a 1. So very interesting numbers here. Repetitive numbers always indicate some significance, so pay attention to that as we go along. Now, another fun fact about this new moon in Aquarius is that 2 days later, on February 3rd, we will have Mercury come out of retrograde. He is the last planet dragging his feet in the retrogrades, and after February 3rd, when he goes direct, we will have forward motion. Not one single planet in retrograde all the way until April 29th. That is 12 weeks of retrograde free. This is the only 12 weeks of the entire year of 2022 where we will have no active retrogrades. So it's go time right after this new moon. So this new moon, we are going to have a new beginning, right? New moons are all about manifestations, new beginnings, setting new intentions, recognizing things that we want to bring and birth into life, right? Because new moons, it's when the sky is the darkest and we can only get lighter from here, so we can only grow from here. So what do you want to grow? Now, an indication is by looking at Aquarius, the energy of Aquarius. What does that represent? What energy, what new life is Aquarius bringing to us? So Aquarius is the zodiac sign of future, of innovation, of looking forward, of moving on, right? A lot of people know Aquarius as being cold or heartless, but really it's not that. It's just they're not attached to what used to be. They're not attached to the past. It is no indication of what is to come. So if you've been stuck on something in your life, something from the past that you've been carrying along, and it's really time to detach, to let go so that you can move into this next chapter. So you can take advantage of these 12 weeks of no retrogrades and propel yourself forward. But oftentimes we can't move forward if we aren't releasing the past, right? So Aquarius, futuristic, thinking outside of the box, very innovative. So what I love about this new moon is it's going to bring us an opportunity to see things in a way that we haven't been seeing them. Aquarius does not want to be traditional. It doesn't want to conform. It doesn't want to do things the way it's always been done. It actually has that like crazy inventor vibes, thinking way outside of the box, that crazy genius that thinks of something that no one else would think of. And when it comes to life, it impacts all of humanity. So where in your life have you been stuck on a problem and not finding solutions? This new moon will bring about a way, whether it's through communication with other people, through your own mind, you are going to come up with a solution that is outside of the box, which is exactly what you need at this time. Aquarius also rules our social circles, communities of people. Communities at large, your tribe, essentially. So you might find the solutions to your problems or new chapters unfolding when it comes from your social circle. So this is a great time to have conversations. Aquarius is an air sign. Anytime we have a zodiac sign that's an air sign, like Gemini and Libra and Aquarius, it has to do with the mind, right? The air, mind, our thoughts, expansion. So Aquarius being an air sign is going to help give us the energy at this new moon to think about the things that we want to change, new moons, new beginnings, in a direction towards our future, letting go and detaching from things that don't work anymore so we can move on. And that may come, like I said, from the help of your social circle. The other energy of Aquarius is humanitarianism. So it wants to help the greater good of everyone. So think of Albert Einstein. He's like my perfect example of an Aquarius. He was a little detached from his relationships. He only wanted to work on his invention. He'd sit down and tinker with the same thing over and over again outside of the box that everyone thought he was crazy for even trying to accomplish. But when he did, he solved a problem for all of humanity. So my advice to you at this new moon is if you are stuck with a problem or you want to innovate in your business, you want to innovate in some area of your life, ask yourself, how is this going to help all of humanity? Or how can I be more heart-centered and humanitarian and looking out for the greater good of the community, of the tribe, right? Aquarius, the social circle, the tribe. And the last thing that this Aquarius new moon energy is going to bring up is the energy of being authentic. Aquarius loves to be its alien, unique, crazy, out-of-the-box self. So where are you not being authentic or truthful to yourself? Where are you repressing a part of yourself? Where are you afraid to shine? Where are you holding yourself back? Because being your authentic self is going to bring your manifestations. Aquarius rules manifestations as well, your hopes and your dreams and your wishes. If you're not being authentic and you aren't clear about what you want, the truth of what you want, your manifestation can't get rolling. And since we have 12 weeks of no retrogrades and it's go time to allow the universe to bring stuff to you, you need to step into your authentic self. So ask yourself, where can you start showing up as that version of you you've always wanted to be? How do you want to start showing up as that authentic self? So when the new chapter unfolds, you are showing up as the person you've always wanted to be. This is a prime opportunity for this part. Now we are going to dive into the aspects, the conversations that the other planets are making at this time to give us a full picture of what is going on at the time of this new moon. So the way that I look at all the planets is they're all life coaches to us. So they all have different messages and they're all working together to help us reach our North Node, which is our destiny, our North Star, our purpose for coming into this lifetime. And they're guiding us, but they're sending us messages. So we have to look at what are they doing at the time of this new moon to give us the message. So let's put the chart up right here. Again, we can see the sun and the moon are at 12 degrees of Aquarius. That's what we just talked about. Like I said, we had the last 4 new moons all at 12 degrees of the zodiac signs that happened before. So right now we're in Aquarius, before it was Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Libra. And next month we will have a new moon at 12 degrees of Pisces. And then fun fact, we are actually going to switch that up. In April, we will have our first new moon of the astrological new year. And if you have your 2022 Retrograde Astrology Journal, open it up right now. Look for the new moon in Aries happening at the beginning of April on the 1st of April. And just, this is a total preview for you guys. You're going to want to hit subscribe because when we talk about this new moon in April, it is a big, big deal because it is the first new moon of the astrological new year happening on the 1st of April at 11 degrees. That means the sun's at 11, the moon's at 11, 11, 11. First new moon happening on the 1st of April. So that is going to be a big deal. And that's the first moon that is going to break this 12 cycle of the last 5 moons. At that time, it'll be the last 5 moons that happen at 12 degrees. So there's a message in that, and we'll talk about it when we get to that moon. But for now, let's get back on track. So 12 degrees, we have the sun, we have the moon. And who is hanging out next to them? That is Saturn at 15 degrees of Aquarius. Now, Saturn has been in Aquarius since December of 2020. If you guys remember the Christmas star, we've talked about this a lot. If you follow my astrology channel, Saturn wants to build new foundations, new structures. He wants us to get really strong in this area. So it's all about having routines and discipline. Saturn is that tough love dad that wants to make sure that we are very mature in this area, making smart decisions, doing things in a way that we can always fall back on. So at the time of this new moon, when we are moving forward, the retrogrades are ending and we have this freedom of moving forward and being innovative and, making our dreams come true, this manifestation opportunity. Saturn is standing by this new moon. We can see he's standing right by saying, let's make sure things are solid. Let's make sure things are grounded and stable because we want to keep this rolling for a really long time. Saturn, once it leaves Aquarius at the end of 2023, will not be back in this part of our birth chart, in this part of the sky, for 30 more years. So he doesn't want to leave it without making sure we are strong and stable and solid in this area of our life. So at this new moon, he is supporting this change, supporting this new beginning, supporting this innovation, this out-of-the-box thinking of our manifestation and dreams starting to propel and move forward. Now, we have to also consider the ruler of this new moon. Where is the ruler in this chart? Because that gives us another message of how we can experience the shifts and the changes at the time of the new moon. New moons, we can feel the energy for about 3 days before until about 3 days after. So starting already on the 29th, which is the day that Venus comes out of retrograde, we are already going to start feeling the energy of this new beginning. Venus will leave her retrograde, and then we will get a lifting of energy, and then we will start feeling this new beginning, new moon energy, and that will last all the way until the 4th of February, where Mercury has then come out of retrograde on the 3rd. So on the 4th, we are going to officially be in retrograde-free season moving forward, and this energy of this new moon will linger with us until then. So, saying all that to say, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So in this chart, where is Uranus? Well, Uranus is in Taurus. He has been in Taurus since 2019 and will be here until 2026. So he is very strong here. He has made a home here. And what does Uranus do? Uranus liberates. It's all the Aquarius energy. He is the ruler of Aquarius. So we just talked about Aquarius being about innovation and technology and moving forward and being detached and bringing in our dreams. That's Uranus as a life coach to us. He is the rebel, the revolutionary, bringing in change. His motto is choose change before change chooses you. Because if something's not working in your life anymore, Uranus will come in, unstick it, blow it up, do whatever he has to do to clear it out of your way. So at this new moon, he is in Taurus, which is creating a square to the new moon and a square to Saturn. Now, Uranus and Saturn have been fighting for a really long time, for over a year. They've been having a lot of hard conversations. Saturn wants to build strong, solid foundations in the Aquarius area of our life. Well, Uranus is over here in Taurus saying, let's blow it up. Let's blow it up. We got to change it. We got to change it. We don't need to do it the way it's always been done. Uranus hates tradition. Saturn loves tradition. Uranus wants to blow stuff up and be innovative and move forward, and Saturn just wants to stay put and build things one brick at a time. Squares in astrology means that they are 4 zodiac signs apart. So we can see here Aquarius all the way to Taurus is 4 zodiac signs apart. That creates a square, and they're hard conversations. They are pressure points of making a decision to move forward, right? If you put a square together, pressure to move forward, it creates an arrow. So Uranus at the time of this new moon in a square is putting the pressure on and saying, we got to make the change. We got to let go. We got to detach, right? Because he rules Aquarius. We got to detach so we can move forward. If you really want to build this strong, solid foundation, we got to move forward. So Uranus is going to shake things up. He might bring some revelations, some sudden jolting changes. He just wants to be a part of the party to move us forward. Now, the other 2 planets, we're not going to talk about all of them. We mentioned Mercury real briefly. He's still in retrograde. He'll be out of retrograde within 2 days of this new moon, so he's just doing his thing. But the other 2 planets I want to have a quick convo about at this time is Mars and Venus. Now, Mars and Venus represents the masculine Mars and Venus, the feminine. And it's a really big deal because they are the rulers of the eclipses that we are in this year. Eclipses are fated moments in time. They happen on new and full moons. I'll make an entire video about the eclipses in Taurus and Scorpio. But the ruler of Taurus is Venus, and the ruler of Scorpio is Mars. So because this is a major part of the astrology of 2022, we need to always pay attention to what they're doing in the sky because they are giving us clues as to what might get eclipsed in and eclipsed out of our life. So where are they in this chart? Where are they at the time of this new moon? They are smack dab together. And this is beautiful. They meet up in the sky every once in a while, every 6 months. Whenever they get together, they hang out for a couple days. The masculine, the feminine, they bond. They help us within the masculine and feminine within us. They help us within relationships that we have with other people since they represent relationships. But this year, in 2022, not only are they the rulers of the eclipses, but they're also going to stay together. We see them here at the time of this new moon. They're going to stay together for over a month. They're going to really, really bond and allow us to balance the feminine and masculine within us. So what does this mean? This new moon is wanting us to move forward, to bring change into our life, to innovate, to be authentic to ourselves, right? So we can get to our dreams and our manifestations, so we can move forward and detach from the past. But Venus and Mars are saying you got to do it with a balanced feminine and masculine. So it's calling us to heal this part of ourselves. Where are you showing up with too much masculine energy? And where are you showing up with too much feminine energy, right? So where is your balance? Do you need to heal this part of you that is afraid to be feminine? You're afraid to show this authentic, nurturing, emotional, compassionate person because people won't take you seriously as a business owner? Or do you need to heal this masculine part of you that is aggressive and demanding and controlling and filled with anger to get your way? I really ask you to dive into this. And I just did a podcast episode on the Holistic Soul Sister Radio channel. You can find it here also on the YouTube. Just go to the playlist at the top of the page and just look for the Holistic Soul Sister Radio playlist. And it's also in there here on this YouTube. But if you listen to the podcast on a podcast platform, go to the Energetic Healing mini-series, episode number 7, and we talk about the feminine and masculine energy. So at the time of this new moon, we gotta pay attention to that. We gotta ask ourselves, where am I imbalanced? And it's happening in the zodiac sign of Capricorn. That's where they're meeting right now. And Capricorn is all about our long-term goals and success and building an empire and creating the dreams that we want. So if we want to move forward at this time, in this new chapter of our life, to bring our dreams to life, to be innovative and authentic and create this strong, solid foundation, we're going to need to address this masculine and feminine energy within us in order to get to the top of the mountain, Capricorn, to have the success that we desire, Capricorn. So I hope this made sense for you guys. I know it's a lot of information. Thank you for bearing with me. I hope I make it interesting for you guys and also make it easy to follow, because if we can follow the map of the stars, it can help us get to our purpose and our dreams and to help us figure out why the heck we're feeling what we're feeling at the time of new and full moon. So to wrap up this video, like I do in all the new and full moon videos, I'm gonna leave you with a ritual or things that you can do at the time of this new moon to maximize the energy and to allow it to push you forward into the next chapter of your life. So one ritual you can find in the 2022 Retrograde Astrology Journal is I mentioned that we have to be humanitarian, right? Aquarius is all about humanity and social groups in our tribe. So a ritual is to write down 3 things that you can do for someone else, whether that is to bring them food on their lunch break or to send a heartfelt message to them. Be humanitarian and reach out and do 3 things that you can do to help someone else. Another ritual that you can do at the time of this new moon is take out a blank piece of paper and draw a picture of yourself, your most authentic, true self. So it's almost like a cartoon character. So if you see yourself as being this like goddess, put some angel wings and maybe a crown on. If you see someone as being a healer, you could put like a robe around yourself, whatever. Draw a cartoon picture of your authentic self and see what comes through. See what channels at the time of this new moon. You might get some clues. So hopefully that helps for you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Please hit like and subscribe. I'm really trying to bring you guys more content. So please share this with anyone you think would benefit from these astrology videos. Also, make sure you are a part of our Holistic Soul Sister tribe. You can follow us on Instagram at holistic.soul.sisters. Every Saturday, I do a What's in the Stars Saturday, where you can just pop in real quick, get you a 10-minute or less video where I talk about all the astrology coming up for the upcoming week. So if there is no new or full moon, you're still gonna get updates. I also post fun things for you guys, like my favorite 5 Fridays, which features 5 favorite products that I'm currently loving for healing myself holistically or growing spiritually. Last week we did Oracle and Tarot card edition. This week I'm gonna do my favorite podcasts that help me heal holistically or grow spiritually. So there's always fun stuff happening on the Instagram. And of course, in our private Facebook community, we will be hosting a new moon ceremony on February 1st on that evening. So if you are somewhere in the world that is not local to Tampa, you can still join me for my new moon ritual. Just go ahead in the description box below. There is a link to Eventbrite where you can purchase the ticket. And then you're gonna wanna hop on over into our Holistic Soul Sister private Facebook community. also find the link below, and that's where we're gonna do this ritual. So lots of fun things coming up for all of our holistic soul sisters. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Happy new moon in Aquarius. I hope the next chapter, these 12 weeks of retrograde free, propels you forward in your journey. I can't wait to hear about it, so make sure you pop into my DMs and let me know what you got going on. Let me know how your journey progresses. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next video.